mid jungle with this Awelish Neath. Super good. You know, Susano can be a really strong early game pick, but a lot of it has to do with like in hands and getting all of them off. You're probably not going to be able to do that into a Neath. And remember, this Aladdin nerf, this is basically supported onto by Kaidan. He was talking about how Aladdin early feels a decent bit worse with the 1 nerfs and early game damage, so the clear is just a little bit weaker. And Neath has always been, and that's a great route, Neath has always been a really high pressure kind of, if you're a bot play Neath character type of thing. So I think the mid jungle here, you should expect some kind of aggression. Identical starts. This start, what it does is it weak side solo laners a little bit, where they're starting on this UAV camp, but you don't really care because they're getting your junglers ahead. I think Awelish should be able to farm this faster. Dual lane also can be pretty, fight heavy, but Baron is kind of like a anti-aggression counter attack pick, so he'll probably just negate that. Again, I'm looking at mid. Oh wait, there's an invade, so let's watch the invade. Can Hydra get this off? He's going in. No Sunder from Moods, so they're actually just going to get off the buff. That is big time. That's a really, really good look. And a little lazy, I think, from Souls. I don't know if that's going to like make them win the lane or something, but that's a great, great start. Okay. Game is looking normal. Now, one thing I will say, I don't love this Neath Sands. I don't know if we have any mid laners in the chat, but I think going Conduit on Neath, especially in a lane like this where you feel like you can out-pressure, should be the priority. You know what I mean? Get some value and just look for the clear pressure, the fight pressure. I think Sands is just kind of like giving Aladdin too much space to play, and I'm not a huge fan of that. What do you guys? I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but yeah, I think it's just a bit of a mistake. Pretty even game though. I mean, nothing too crazy. Again, build-wise, I don't think I see anything here that's like out of the ordinary at all. Archmages for the ult as well. Yeah, definitely solid. I don't love I don't love that, but besides that, everything's pretty normal. Souls is a big fan of this axe on Bari because Bari doesn't have mana. That's part of the reason, but also just like you can get the axe procs off pretty easily. Let's look at our boy over here. Can he steal this? He does, because he still has Sunder. Really good steal, and honestly, like that left mid camp in duo being a red buff is huge for the ADC or support. I think supports usually take it, but on her taking it is totally fine. Mid fight happening. Let's see what goes on here. A little bit of damage on the Aladdin. Neath backflipping though, a bit of a poor decision, but there was no kill there. Beads force, that's good. Yeah, people do go Sins normally if they're double stacking, but I don't want him to double stack. I hope he doesn't, because you know. The thing is with double stacking is, again, I think it's just too passive, and it's not needed. I feel like the double stack build's super unnecessary. If you want to go Book, I guess it's fine, but like Book straight into Poly to me is a really sharp early build, which I like a lot. Even going Deso into Poly is okay. I mean, there's a couple of different ways you can build Neath. I'm not going to pretend I'm like the premier mid builder, but I really hope this isn't a trans Book build. He is getting ganked here. I should be fine. I don't know how to actually change the perspective on the camera, like angularly wise. I was able to do it last time, but I actually don't remember, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But yeah, oh, whoops. Okay. But yeah, I mean, so far though, like pretty chill. Laning phase over here is going about as expected. I just by accidentally lowered my DPI. We're good though. Chalk Mordred is kind of just like a beat up lane, but they both kind of are going to be fine. So yeah, if anybody knows how to change the camera pan, let me know, because that'd be cool. Let's look at Stewart. Looking for this flank right here. This could be decent. A little bit of aggression going on. The Neath is very far, though. This guy's getting gone on a little bit here. Valve with the slow. There's not enough damage here yet. The ult is good, though, and that's going to be first blood. The ult's not good, excuse me. That's going to be first blood. Beads forced from... Ooh, this is Valve with the beads. Okay, I like that. Press random keys. I don't want to brick the game. Like, that would very easily happen. So I'm a bit afraid of doing that. But look, that's a great first blood. I think right there, to be honest, like, kind of just a Wheelix pressure moment. You know, you're going to notice that Wheelix was on a back. Susano and not yet backed, I don't think. So, obviously better build there. And, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Looking for a bit of a 1v1 here. Remember, still has ultimate on this Wheelix pick, so it's doable. But he is a little bit alone. He is going to steal it. Neathel is good. Beads is forced. The 2 is it doable? Not quite. So letting it go. I like that play. Now we just have to get out here for Neath. You have backflip over the wall. We're good. We're seeing the Mordred ult rotation in. Onto the Neath. Beads is going to be good. LeBron is rotating onto the team fight. Can he do something here? Not quite. Double Aladdin Wish used. Honestly, not bad. Like obviously the Wealth Wish is like rough. Like you don't want him to get a kill and get that. That happens. I mean that's always gonna happen in a game. Using a Power Wish that early for a kill, not great. Like definitely not great. If it's like if it has to happen, it does. But you're obviously looking to avoid that. I think he could have honestly. But yeah, overall like good for Blues so far. Again, Blues are like the underdogs here, so we're kind of rooting for the underdogs here. Gold per minute looking pretty expectant, I would say. I mean, the only thing that's a bit surprising, I guess you could say, is the Chalk being a little bit ahead, but again, he got the kill, so it kind of makes sense. He went Triton's Conch first on Chalk, which I don't personally do, but isn't a bad pickup at all. I haven't actually tried it, so I guess I'll give it a shot sometime. I loved it a lot on Zeus, so probably does work. Wealth Wish gives you 250 gold instantly, and then every killer assist you get for the next, I think, 150 seconds or 160 gives you an additional 100 gold. So yeah, pretty broken. There has been a pause. I think somebody DC'd. Yep, I just got a notification. Somebody DC'd. No problem. It's on the way back. 3 minutes, lose on death. That's what it is. Cool. Yeah, a pretty horribly overpowered item, but it's all good. I mean, look, overall, though, game state is pretty decent. I think the big picture thing that you want to look at here, and this is where like you'll find imbalance in a match, is we have to look at, number one, like the plan from Blue Team, which I thought was to put pressure on this Aladdin, hasn't really worked. In fact, the Neath's a bit behind, but they do have the lead in solo, which might not matter, but it could matter if there's a rotation, you know, onto Gold Fury's side. Everything in your early game and competitive and just in ranked in any good lobby is going to be around golds early. I mean, sometimes you'll see a bit of counter jungling and stuff like that, and maybe we play for the red buff off a cooldown, which they did a little bit earlier on, but that was like pre-gold. I'm talking once gold spawns and afterwards. It's usually all around gold, so your big picture thing is like, can we create some kind of separation in duo lane or pressure in mid or both to pull a gold? And ideally, the team that has Sunder is looking to do that. That's the big picture thing. So if no team has Sunder, then it's a bit wonky and weird. But when Hydra has the Sunder, you have on her ult, which isn't the best burn anymore, but it's still okay. And you obviously just have like Pillar and stuff like that. And a Wheelix ult, you can play for early golds, but you need to create a bit of pressure in duo so that you can actually like walk to it. So we'll see if that happens. Notice already from moods here on this Baron, he goes the first item Spectral, which is going to be a huge deterrent and is one of the, I think, early makings of why this, just a Beads ult force. Oh wow, a little overexerted there for sure from SB, but it's going to be one of the early workings for why this quad fizz could be a problem. Stewie bricks the jump, but this is an easy pick. Good kill from SB right there. Love to see it. Yeah, Morgan can only use them once. Now, Morgan is actually banned in competitive, so I don't think we'll ever see him more in these games. It should be banned. Yeah, there's a lot of like bugs. Oh, Chalk, good damage. LeBron almost getting the solo kill, but Shell still up on Mordred. Probably wouldn't have happened. But still a nice force out. I mean, I'd love to see it. No, it's not because of the totem thing. It's because of spectator things that it's she's disabled. But I mean, look, that's a great kill. Like we said, we talked about we need some separation in duo to happen. It's really difficult when you look at these. Oh, I figured out how to fix the camera thing. Thanks, myself. Look at the Spectral, obviously. Really good fight item in the duo lane, which again is exacerbated by these 4 fizz. And then this Bari going Braggies into Axier is just such a condensed, strong early game fight choice. And it's significantly better than a Gilded Era Lernian. So yeah, you're kind of going to see that like offset the potential to do something, but getting an early kill like maybe changes that. You have to be really careful about this Bari god. SB though, looking for some auto attacks. Does he go more? Oh, he's playing aggro. I like this. Okay, a bit scary. No problem. I like that. Play it safe. Good. Stewie's looking for something though. Uh-oh, he's a little deep. Oh, just barely. Almost got body blocked right there, but he didn't. Can Swagga get the kill? He can't. The pluck is money. LeBron! Okay, good shift from Kill Cam Kenny. That's another kill right there. This Susano has had no impact. And Stewie, 400% KP. I like to see it. That's a good time play right there. That is a good time play right there. I thought that was super solid. Okay, so I have to hold space and pan. We're learning, boys. We're learning. Okay, go over here. The spectator work is much better, though, for me. Love to see it. A little bit of damage here. Nothing going to happen in this trade, but this is super solid. Again, when you see a pick like Susano, the only reason I was a little bit like kind of against it is when you see a quad Fizz comp and your 10th pick as a jungler, you want to pick a jungler that can easily slot in Fizz defense. Odin, you know, probably wouldn't be the best here because there's an Wheelish on the other team, but like Achilles, get some defense in would be super solid. Pele, again, a really good Void Shield type of jungler. Even Thanatos would have been okay. I'm not saying that all those picks are like the best picks for one reason or another, but I don't love picking a full damage jungler in a game where you can abuse Fizz Prots. Now, speaking of a game where you can abuse Fizz Prots, Starry the Mordred building magical defense into Hydra Sobek support. So, really ingenious build design here from this Mordred. We'll see how that develops later on. This is why, guys, you don't follow Final K builds from Twitter, because you don't think. You have to think about why items are good. Let's hope he doesn't go prophetic. Anyways, going on. Valve is going into some type of anti-heal here. Oh my gosh, there's the kill in mid, and I missed it. Beautiful pick. Just killing the Aladdin with no beads. So, love to see it. Thank you, Enrapturing, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. And a really good pick. Again, like we're seeing this separation creating. We see a 2K lead. So really, if we are blue team here, what we want to translate this to is, again, remember this Sobek Sunder. We want to translate this to a Gold Fury. Now, if you're fighting well, and you're getting picks, and you're not, like, losing things for it, which they haven't been, you don't actually need to rush the gold. So, like, when I'm saying, like, this is what they should be looking for, understand that that's, like, to create a bigger lead. And obviously, you want to think about what's good to, like, push your lead. But if you feel like your game state is pretty good, which at the moment, I mean, a 2K lead at 9.5 minutes is pretty good, you don't have to rush it. So, again, I'm giving you, like, the next proactive play. But it's totally, like, valid to say, hey, like, I don't actually want to be proactive right now. Like, we're doing good. Let's just, like, scale and kind of drag this out a little bit longer, get a second item, whatever that might be, and then play for the objective, right? So if that's the plan, no problem. Just try to have a plan. What's up, Tiki? Oh, look at Stewie looking for a pick, but there's a brick, and unfortunately nothing here. Maybe not just yet. Neath damage, though. Another brick. Double brick right there. The ultimate. Got to hit the Training Wheels ability. The backflip is not going to be enough, and this looks like a disaster. Maybe. Oh, a little bit of damage right here on this Neath, but he's looking okay for now. A lot of damage back on the Susano. There's going to be a kill on the Aladdin for this, maybe. Okay, Lamp is going to be used right there. The Spectator is going all over the place. Stewie with the one shot. Still getting the kill anyways here. Bari, though, by herself, getting a little bit of damage off on this Sobek. Not enough. LeBron is rotating onto the flank. Does he have enough to get something here? Ultimate is big. Shell is forced. Spirited Book with the ultimate, and that's a good one. Get the Naga. He got it. Leave. Leave, leave, leave. They're going to be okay here. That's a great fight. 3-for-2 trade right there. Huge plays from Stewies after massive breaks from Killcam Kenny. And it's going to be a good fight. I mean, you get the Naga, you get 3 picks, only lose 2. Force actives in the dueling. That's super important because, again, what do we want to do? Force this gold. So expect to see a reset. People kind of get some items, get some strength, and they'll probably look back for this objective afterwards. Super good luck, though, from blue side right there. I'm a little bit biased. I root for the underdogs, guys. Sorry. Stewie's my roommate in Minecraft. Like, I gotta root for him. Alright, Gold Fury. Is it gonna get pulled? Now, again, this is very, very instructive here. Do you see where the jungler and the mid is? They're around their red. Never, ever, ever, when gold is coming up, go to this side of the map preemptively. Now, you're gonna see they're gonna commit to farming and double down because they realize it's too late. But the mistake was to ever show up to right in the first place. If you're trying to play for the objective and you're trying not to lose it, you can't just run over and like triple go down on the red there. That was very silly. Good rotation from the chalk. Wasn't really needed, but obviously covering your bases is super smart. That was a good call. Going back to, I guess let's go back to solo lane here. So let's see. So Valve ended up going Phoenix Shield. He's going into he's got a tier 2 Ankh. I think he's just going to hold that for now. It looks like he's going maybe Mystical here. This could be, you know, this item could be the, whatever that shit's called, the new item, Draconic, I think. So there's a lot of different choices. Some people are in the Lamp, though. I don't know how Spectator works in the Lamp. Okay, holy shit. Awesome team fight. My bad, guys. But the Aladdin is going to fall here 1-for-1. That's not the best trade in the world. You don't want to lose your Wheelish for that. I think she probably just got lamped maybe unwillingly. And, yeah, rough death right there. But it does happen. Cersei's gets blocked by Swagga. And it looks like the Susano is finally going to get a bit of momentum. So really good trade for red team right there. Spirited Book looking for the solo kill, though. He's not going to get it, though. This could be really bad. You don't look for that, and SB is going to fall down immediately to Souls. Again, in a lane like this, when Bari is, building this kind of, like, very fight-heavy, bruiser-esque build as an ADC, it sucks, but you literally just never fight. So, got baited a little bit right there. Definitely a rough death, and all of a sudden, guys, the momentum from blue side is quickly chipping away. The 2 deaths in mid, not great. I think it's super important after you get an objective, as you did, and you're getting some kills, just slow it down a little bit. Make sure you get a great look. You could probably make one around Pyromancer once Hydra has Sunner up, which he obviously does have now, and you look to see what happens. LeBron looking for a solo kill over there won't be enough, but a nice force out from him, making him miss a full wave. So definitely good luck. But yeah, you just want to play it a little bit slower. Look for a little bit more. I think SB got way too antsy there. I think there was just too much everything, Like, Shell Bari with this build is just not going to die, and it's okay. You don't have to look for the solo. You don't need to be a hero. You have a lead. Play it slow. They're still up 2k, so it's not like doomed, but again, you just want to play it a little bit slower right there. Abilities bricked from Killcam Kenny. I don't think there's much here, but a knock-up looking for the ultimate. Beads from Aladdin is going to be forced, so at least you get that. I mean, that's definitely nice. But look how defensive this On Her needs to play now. I mean, he's just getting absolutely pulverized, and I know it's a rough look. Like, you can't really expect for anything good to happen in this instance, so it sucks, but this Bari is going to be a huge issue now. What's up, Shu? We're watching some of the boys in a scrim with their RSL team, which is one of the Draft League things, so yeah. Alright, anyways, let's go to this Neath. So he's got a good angle, and I don't know if they actually know he's here. I mean, you have super value here. Beautiful root combo. You could have waited a little bit longer or just look for the fight. I think this is fine because the idea is like rather look for the fight or re-pull the objective. We're going to look for the fight, and there's nothing. Oh, Bari's here. This is not good, boys. This is not good at all. A lot of damage actually from the Neath, though. Great combo from Killcam Kenny. Valve does get the ult off. He is okay. That is actually going to be a return kill. And remember, this guy is fed. SB is rotating, so even though this looks bad, it could get better. Oh, it looks real bad, actually, maybe. Maybe it's just doomed. I think it's just doomed. The fight looked decent. It was a 4v5, so like even though they got some value, ultimately like it is a lot to burn through. This triple shell draft from red team is also a bit problematic. Definitely just tough. Again, I think if you're on her right there, you just continue to split left. If you're late to the rotation, just don't show up, and it's all good. Does suck though. This is not a scrim, sorry. This is a set. My bad. Yeah, I misspoke. This is a league set for their league. Should no Wheelix be comp banned if Magic doesn't work? No, because it's a feature, from what I understand. Oh, my bad, guys. I'm going all over the place. Sorry, he got the pick. I forgot who to click. I apologize about that. But a beautiful pick from Mr. Stewart, and he gets him. Okay, now what? Nothing. That's fine. Gold's up. You have Sunder still. I actually really would have liked to see some kind of like grouping by blue team to like look at this a little bit, but I think they're just like a bit afraid of this Bari, so they probably didn't bother. I mean, it's an okay look. Again, game state wise, you have a 2k lead, so I don't want to like make it seem like we have this anxiety to like have to do something, because you don't. You definitely don't. If you need to slow down a bit, you slow down a bit, and it's all good. Sometimes pace pushing is just not the move. I would have actually really liked to see Valve go Prophetic this game. He didn't. His build looks wonky, but it's not bad. He's got like a pretty decent offensive game here if he needs it, so yeah, cool stuff. Nothing really crazy about the builds here, I think. Right? Yeah. I think I co-signed that. Nothing crazy with the builds here. Again, this Prophetic Cloak I don't love, and I really hate this Pridwin double down. We have 4 physical here. You don't need to do that. Like, just go Phoenix Shield, Nemean, Void Shield, or something like that, and you're going to be happier. But either way, I suppose it is what it is. Good pull here to get the Naga. We are seeing Auto Speed 2 secure this, and that's going to be a good look. Wheelix, obviously, a lot of split push, ultimate. You can backdoor a lot of things, or even just pull a Pyromancer gold by yourself if you have the space. So, good idea. A little bit off from Neath right there. Would have been a great look. But notice Chalk is rotating. So I think finally we're beginning to see some idea of a pull. Let's see if Valve ults this. He's going to bees it. I think that's fairly smart. It's just a bit unfortunate because he's kind of being left alone right now. Good ult to self-peel. The unfortunate point is just like the cooldowns have been used. So do you want to take this fight? Hydra says yes. We'll see if this works. A lot of damage saved from the Bari ultimate, and Susanoo will not die. So a lot of low health bars from blue side, and Susanoo obviously one-shot, but it's not going to be enough. I think we leave here if we're blue. This looks very bad. The 1v1 from Stewie against Moods in the jungle, it's not going to be enough. Valve probably won't be able to kill this guy. And yeah, this just looks like it's all going to shit. Can Valve get him? He does. So it's only a 1-for-1 right now. It's actually not that bad. Chalk will fall here. But with the ADC dead, I don't think you lose the objective. You just have to get out as the rest of you. Yeah. Look, the moment when you see Chalk get both his, things for his beads and ult, you just can't look for the fight. You have to at least wait for the ult to come back up. It sucks. They didn't really cover him enough. Now he's dead too. I mean, this is just a bit of a disaster. You just have to let that Chalk get his stuff back up. The pluck there was really misguided. I know it looks like it should be good because it's a freehand pluck. You pull him in, but the Burial gets to save. Oh, and that was an accident. I think he's okay, thankfully. But you just have to kind of let nothing happen there and be okay with that. Because again, remember, red team can't actually pull gold in front of blue team ever because they don't have Sunder. So what you're going to have happen there is just a really long, drawn-out wait where nobody does anything for literally 90 seconds. And that feels super weird, but it's actually not bad for blue team. And they just have to be comfortable with, like, feeling weird. I mean, I've done it for 20 years, alright? So, shit. Shouldn't have been that bad, but here we are. We'll go back over to the blue side here. Spirited Book getting the jump away from the Susanoo. Beautiful stuff. I would like an erosion pickup from Hydra here as well eventually. We'll see if he goes for it. Let's see what happens. We got the Perdwin lock-in from Mordred going into the Thebes. Let's see what Valve is going here. Looks like an Oni's, potentially a Genji's, probably an Oni's. Pretty normal build decisions across the board there. Again, look at Moods with just all this Fizz defense on this Baron. He is undying on this pick. Baron, I think there's a huge misconception that a lot of YouTubers and stuff put out. That Baron's like a F-tier character. He's definitely not. He's very much a counter pick god, and he's a counter initiation god. He functions really well in that. The weakness of Baron has always been getting picked, but Xerxes lets him be safe, and obviously going triple Fizz defense is going to help out a little bit in that. Moods is the Aladdin, sorry. Kuradel on the Baron. I keep mixing that up, my bad. Oh yeah, Kur is like average at the game, I guess, so you can do that too. Oops. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. If you've been catching that, I apologize. You know what I mean, okay? That's what matters. Now this Baron here, a little bit of trouble, but we have Sunder on this Sobek, so let's take advantage of it, right? That's the comm here from green team, blue team, whatever. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, we got it. Good Sunder, good secure. Again, that's what we want to see blue team do. Take advantage of the fact that when everybody has everything up, we just have secure. Super good look, super good play. If I'm blue team, I say, look, that went pretty okay. Let's just do the same thing when gold spawns. If they want to group for this mid-tier one, they can. The Mordred's actually walking away right here, but a really clutch lamp from Moods. We'll see if this does work. I want to see the fight on the outside here, because it looks like the inside fight might be a little bit doomed here. Tower does get secured. They're trying to keep people out of the lamp. Great impale from Spirited Book right there, and the Chalk dies. Not the Chalk, excuse me. 3 people die. I don't know what's going on. Spirited Book just dominated that fight. He kept the Baron outside of the lamp. Got the great impale onto Swagga, and Moods falls into the lamp right there as well. That's 3-0. Mid Phoenix under attack here. And you have to wonder, why are we looking for that mid fight as red team if our side laners are running away? Souls is split pushing. A little bit of damage here on the backline, but this Mordred can't kill anybody. This is just to keep people from resetting, but it doesn't matter enough. Mid Phoenix falls, Mordred falls. Tier 2 is probably going to get done on left here by Souls or his wave after, but Mid Phoenix down, a bunch of picks, staggered deaths. This should be a Fire Giant angle. Caster sucks, my bad, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's okay. Really, really strong. I mean, the big thing here is if you're playing Bari in this spot, you really can't do anything. Why? Because they have literally Bomb up and they have Sunder up. You can look for a kill, but I just don't think it's going to work. Valve should be able to just get a slow off right here. Really good play, actually. He might be owning him. Oh, he's destroying him, but he's not enough. So good job by Valve there. Obviously a little bit dicey, almost died, but he didn't. And that's all that matters when you're zoning. You don't die. And he's going to be okay right here. Maybe. Oh, the Burial is good, but the 3s are off the mark right there. 1s are being spammed. This character has like 35 abilities, but it's not enough. It is enough. So he is going to get a kill. I can't believe that god has that many abilities. That's ridiculous, man. But He does trade. I mean, look, it's definitely good for the Bari. I think Valve played that about as well as he could. That was just kind of ridiculous. But, you know, nonetheless, it's a 4 people with Fire Giant advantage. Look at Stewie playing for the pick right here. Mood's in a little bit of trouble right there. Susanoo for the peel, so he couldn't wheel ult him. Good idea. I think Stewie should just commit to the wheel ult there, but he didn't, so it's no problem. We're going to see SB get some farm over here. This should be a Naga pull into a Gold Fury pull, which will be super free. Shove these left towers, you know, get the tier 2s on the map, and reset, play for next fire. That's probably the plan. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, man, I mean, really just a great look. I thought Valve did a good job there. Obviously, you don't want to let this Bari come in, even though you have Sunder and Bomb. They probably could have pulled the Bari a little bit closer in, but I think he was also just afraid of her just killing people with her ult and stuff. So, you know, a bit of a sack, but it's fine. Thank you, Zynos, for the follow. Overall, definitely a good decision. And, I mean, we'll see what happens next out of it. Again, what you want to do, right, if you're blue team here, is you have fire. Let's shove left. Let's at least get these towers and then maybe press for a Phoenix. We're going to see Stewie actually go for a pick right here. Bari doesn't have shell up, so he's thinking that's good enough. And it is going to be good enough. Great Neathult. And that pick is huge. That pick kind of opens up the idea of, can we do Phoenix, right? And the answer should be a yes. We also still have Dagger on this Awilix. Naga's on this on her. So we have a lot of tools. If you're a red team, what do you want to do? You want to split the map. The problem is with them splitting the map is they haven't been far enough pushed to actually create a counterplay. So they have to reset and cover left Phoenix quickly. This looks really good. I mean, if you're blue, you take this siege every time. This Burial has been a huge disruptor. Even though Souls is 3 and 6, I think he's had the highest impact on his team. I can move to player damage here. Apologies for that. And we've been correct, but Spirited Book here, a little bit of damage on him, but not enough dive. Great immunity on the Aladdin ult right there. He's going to be okay. Team beads from Hydra is going to be money, and Moods will die immediately, will do the Immortality Wish. So it is going to be a pick. Souls is coming back up, but he's already, you know, respawn on this Aladdin. The defense is decent. Bomb is going to be good. Moods gets knocked up by the bomb and insta-killed again. Left Phoenix will get taken. Do they keep going or do they back up? You should probably look to back up here if you're trying to be safe, but Stewie's not trying to be safe. Pluck in from Hydra is good. Is this enough to kill this Bari? We'll see. A lot of damage is going on everybody. Where reset from Stewie is good. A lot of damage on this back. You have to back up here if you are the blue team. A little bit too much sauce here on this fight, and there is going to be another trade. Baron is still alive. Not a lot of damage there from him. Mordred diving in the back. You have to help your Neath here. She probably will fall for it. Fire waves, though, now in the base just a little bit. Probably not enough to end, but a really scrappy fight. Left Phoenix taken down. Overall, very, very solid for blue. And it's going to be messy, but you get what you wanted. It's all about that left Phoenix. I think they looked a little bit too hard, thinking they can maybe end or something. That just kind of letting the pace of the fight maybe get a little bit ahead of you, which, you know, you don't love to see, but that's natural. It happens. I like Valve here trying to get this mid Phoenix. It won't happen, though. He's probably just going to TP right out. Mordred ult to follow. He should be okay. No mid Phoenix here. But look, you got the most important Phoenix on the map. You can play for a Pyro, get this mid Phoenix low. You know, look for a backdoor or something on it later. So the game stays solid. Obviously, the better call there is to just get that left Phoenix and back up. Trading is, you know, fine, but not really needed. But overall, really great look. Player damage-wise, Killcam Kenny, huge contributions on this Neath, despite, you know, a bit of a slow start. I want to know your guys' thoughts, because I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I want to be polite. What do we think about this Totem of Death pickup from the Neath? How do we feel about it? Now, look, the one way that I think this is, like, kind of not horrible is, let me guys give you the reasoning, okay? We're all saying no bueno. I'm with you. Let me give you the reasoning. Maybe, okay? Maybe the point is we already have Triton's Conch on this chalk, right? Totem is good. I don't know about on Neath. But maybe what the idea is here is this Totem gives pen to everything, right? Like, objectives as well. We have a left Phoenix down. Maybe we're just looking to burn fire off rip with this. No? A little bit of value. I'm with you guys. I don't think it's great. We have XC. Oh yeah, true. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I'm trying. Yeah, you're right. Okay, no problem. So here's what we do as blue team here. We play this slow. Do not pluck in. Back up. Hydra, please do not get picked. Hydra SMT. Do not get picked. What are we doing? What is this pluck in? Oh, the Xerxes is good. No, he's dead. Oh, what a disaster. What is this fight pick? Okay, good job, Stuart. but the Neath is going to fall down. I mean, this was just hugely baited. At least the Burial is going to be forced here. Can Spirited Book survive? It looks like he's okay. Great positioning with this on her. Oh my gosh, beautiful ultimate. Spirited Book is a monster. But yeah, I mean, this was just a really bad call. Now, if we are Stewie here, what do? We play for this back door. We play for the back door. Go for the back door. Stewie, get the back door on the mid Phoenix. Go to the back door. Back door. Get the back door. See, this is... Go to the back door. Oh my gosh, Stuart, what is this map play? This is just terrible macro, I've got to be honest here. Is he going to go to it? Has he been in the stream? No, he's not going to go to it. It's aggroed by the minions. I mean, this is just terrible. This is just not good. Oh, Stewie, I expected better from you. People will see a play like that and be like, oh, that's grimy to backdoor there. That's like literally just like common sense. I'm very disappointed, Stewie. It's okay. You're having a great game. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, Gold Fury, though, this is a good call. You're going to weaken this left Phoenix and the mid Phoenix, obviously right tier 2 as well. Still a good look. I thought Spirited Book did a great job defending and obviously cleansing the Susano pull. That was solid, but the big thing there and the big reason that a lot of the momentum falls out of blue side there is really if we're Sobek, right? We can't look for any initiation when our team's feet aren't planted, right? When I say feet are planted, your whole backline and your whole team's kind of around you. That wasn't the case there, so it was obviously just a bad play. But more importantly than that, again, you have left Phoenix at the time down. Waves are shoving. Let someone show up on left, take the 5v4, and then look to initiate. None of those stipulations were met, and obviously just was a terrible fight because of that. But again, guys, remember, if you have a Phoenix advantage, use it. Don't take a fight normally like you don't have that Phoenix advantage, because now you can do that because you trolled, right? So... a really bad look. Valve taking a little bit of damage. He is going to be okay here. Again, this mid Phoenix, actually left Phoenix won't be weakened because it spawned afterwards. That sucks a little bit. But look, if we're Stewie here, again, mid Phoenix is low. Like, we can always just look for a backdoor if the team, red team that is kind of situated around this Fire Giant. It's a lot harder now, but it's still doable. You have the ultimate on a Wheelix. It's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. So I want to see him at least, like... think about it. I think it's kind of hard to, though, now, to be fair. This Pyromancer is great because, again, we're going to be lowering Phoenixes. I think if we haven't had the initiative or idea now, this bomb going down, mid-Phoenix literally being probably less than 300 health, that's one Wheelix auto attack with ultimate, or even without, that's two. So, I mean, we have to look for it. We have to look for it. This backdoor is essential here. I mean, honestly, even if Stewie is just hovering left here, when you're in a game like this, right, where it's a match that you have the lead as blue team, but you don't have a way to create separation. What I mean by that is it feels like it's just a fire dance and it's a stall. As a jungler, I think it's generally your job, or if your mid is like a hunter type of character, it's your job to look for something. Actually, they are going to get a beads pull from the... oh my gosh, what is Valve doing? He is going all the way in there. He got a lot of damage off, but there's probably no kill here. Beads, is it going to be used here? Valve, a lot of patience. Oh, it doesn't have the beads, actually, so it's not going to be used. A lot of damage, though. This Mordred is split, and he's just going to get picked. So where I was talking about when the Fire Giants feel stuck and you don't know what to do, split push a little bit. Not going to be needed here. Valve a little bit low, but deciding to stay 5v4 advantage right here. We still have Sunder. We have 2 bombs on blue team. Valve going to be going in. We are looking for the fight. Do we have anything here, though? Cersei's is going to be blocked. A lot of damage from the Bari. Look how split this backline is. That is not a good look if you are red team. Going back over to SB. SB is your damage on the fire, so whatever he's looking at is probably indicative of what blue team's going to do. They're going to pull this fire and, again, bait the fight. I really don't love this call, though. Again, you can just send the Awilix to get mid, and I think that's finally what we're doing is Stewie looking for it, taking way too much damage from the fire pit, though. Stewie, just go mid. Get mid. Get mid. He's going mid, guys. Finally, 3 hours late, we will be getting the mid Phoenix. That's how you create the imbalance. No need to force anything on this Fire Giant. We have gotten the one-shot Phoenix. It's a beauty. Map play extravaganza right there. Neath in a little bit of trouble. They're just going to get picked for absolutely no reason. Chalk, run away. Ultimate on Valve coming up very, very soon, but not close enough, and it's going to be another death for no reason. Back up now. Spirited Book playing safe here. Hydra is safe. It's a 5v3. This is a bad look, obviously, for blue team. So you have a couple of choices, right? Do you play this defense knowing your fire waves are going to be shoving in mid, probably won't be relevant soon, or do you send it Wheelix to backdoor left, which you can do? Probably won't happen. Swagga looking for the 1v1, getting destroyed for no reason. A terrible fight selection from the Susano. Obviously, you will trade the Wheelix, but now that's only 4 with fire. And if you're blue team here, you just back up. There's no reason to fight. You give them 4 with fire, and you're happy with it. Great immunity from Spirited Book. He's done a really good job playing safe this game. And we did get them off the Fire Giant. We did get them away from it. You know, obviously some active usage is forced and stuff, but that's a really good look overall. Mid waves are shoving as well. It's kind of staggering. And red team here, I think, should look for the Fire Giant pull, but they're not going to. So a really good hold from the support ADC from blue side, and everything is all good. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty solid fight from blue. A pretty solid recovery, excuse me. Obviously a very good fight from red, but a good recovery. And I mean, yeah, the big thing is there, right, is when you're red side, what do? You look for picks, and they did a great job of doing that. They got 2 instantly. But if you have somebody playing map, all you need to do is defend the Fire Giant in that spot. And red team never wants to pull because, again, Sobek has Thunder. So you just have to back up. Let them pull the objective. Let the Sobek walk in. He'll be okay. Play behind the Sobek. You'll be all set. But they cropped up on the flanks and just got picked there for no reason. Really poor deaths right there. But again, mid Phoenix is down. That's ultimately what you're looking at. Expect to see some contention on this Pyro. Maybe not. The idea is, obviously, if blue side does get this Pyro, this left Phoenix is going to be weak, so you can do the exact same thing and backdoor that. Mid Phoenix advantage is nice, but it's not like game-ending by any means. So we'll see what they look for. Obviously, a red team wants to get this Pyro just to deny it from blue, so you know, you're going to see them look to pull it, but good poke on Souls. He does have some lifesteal, but it's definitely solid. Oh, we're seeing a bit of a dive potentially right here. Not quite. Neath got poked really hard. Might want to just see her reset. Yeah, the on her build's not doing damage. I think this Fatalis pickup is terrible. Oh, but the pull from Stewie right there. Is it going to be enough to kill this Aladdin? Bari ult is going to be used as well. Can Valve get him? He does. That's a huge pick. So much safety on that Aladdin from all those saves right there. Shell force from the Mordred as well. But still going to be a kill. Really good play from Stewie. Beads is forced, but that's A-okay. So now as blue side, what do we want to do? Well, we just forced the Shell off the Soul Laner. The Aladdin is dead. Obviously, no Immortality Wish for him. Let's look for an objective. Pyromancer is your easiest one. Most likely in this spot, so that's probably what they're going to look for. And again, once you get that Pyromancer bomb, you can play for the left Phoenix backdoor or just double bomb fire and just brute force it. So either play is okay. They could also play for the Fire Giant. Now, we've seen these fire pulls go a little bit dicily in the past, so I don't want to say, like, let's just automatically look for it if we're feeling not bold, but we're feeling bold. And I think this is still a doable call. It's just a little bit harder. It is playable. Obviously, Valve is getting a lot of space here, but I think the call is a little bit mixed. Valve is looking to full commit. Stewie doesn't have an angle, really, and we're seeing the backline commit to this. It looks like they're getting decent damage. I mean, these two are getting really pulled into different sides, but we just have to commit and secure this. If we get it, it's okay. And the Sunner is going to be a brick, but Killcam Kenny does secure. Obviously, Stewie does sack himself for the secure, but we still have 4 with Fire Giant here. Souls does fall down. A really, really rough Sunner from Hydra. Thankfully, does get overlooked. And will be a 1-for-1 trade, obviously, for the fire. If you're blue team here, you look for a pick and back. And if you can't get the pick, just back. This chase is really, really scary because you have a lot of gold on your people right now. Semi-low health bars. Just reset here. Just look for gold. Get all 3 Phoenixes weakened out and make the play. If you're red team here, what do? You beeline to gold and try to get this in time. The point is, if you're able to get this gold, you completely stop red team's or blue team's initiative. So we just have to see whether or not that's going to happen. And right now, it looks like it's not going to happen. If we're Valve here, I like what Valve's doing. He's actually just kind of like being a ward and just giving vision, kind of calming where red team is. I don't love that he's walking away, and I actually hope that he stays around a little bit for this Pyro. It looks like he's not going to. I mean, the steal probability is a bit low, but I think you should still at least like try a bit because you are extremely safe. Nonetheless, I mean, I'm never going to hate someone for making this safe call, so it's still okay. We're going to see Gold Fury get basically done here. And, yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome. So, this is a great look. I mean, this is really, again, what you're playing for if you're blue. So, red team, you know, obviously getting Pyromancer, you take what you can, but I think this was just a really sad defense attempt, and you got to get your feet right on this, and they just kind of didn't. Now, Spirited Book could be getting dove here, so if you're SB, you just got to run. Great ultimate play here, but he is just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Again, I really hate that while the Gold Fury call is good, we are just all over the place. You know, Valve is on right, Stewie's on right. Like, we need to be 5-man at gold, or at least sending people over to gold. Valve went to catch a wave on a right side, and that was just a really good or a really good look from red team to just get that collapse right there. But again, like, at this point, why are we not 5-man grouped or at least 4-man groups? Like, we didn't even attempt to help our people on the backside there. But Valve obviously still has Chalk Ultimate, and this defense is not actually that bad. It's definitely playable. Magi's is forced from Stewie right there. Chockle, maybe not on the best target because it's a little bit split, but still hits the Bari here. Really good damage. Team Beats is going to be forced. Aladdin is low. Sobek, beautiful dagger off at about 100 health right there. And this is turnable now. We have backliners coming up in about 20, so it's a little bit far. Aladdin will unfortunately live here, but look how low these red team health bars are. Great pluck from Hydra is going to get one here, and the frontliners are going to live long enough to be able to hold for their backliners to get back up. This is going to be a successful defense right here. Souls does die because he's split. Hydra's going to int here a little bit, maybe too hard, but the idea is just to get them off the Phoenix. And what was a huge blue team throw is going to be with a great 5v3 defense made to be alive. Now, look, everything obviously is really awkward pace-wise in this match when you have like kills, great picks, a nice return, and then nothing. We get a pause. But yeah, that's hard to play, and it's hard to like keep a consistent look. I think the most important thing here, if you're either team, is to just slow it down a little bit, because these fights are getting really scrappy and messy. I don't actually think the 5v5s are being played poorly, but we're not getting settled to get 5v5s consistently. So that's partially like a shot calling direction issue. I think that's partially just like a miscommunication issue, but we really just need to see from either team group a little bit more before the fights, because when they're grouped, they tend to be pretty like substantive, I guess. Substantive? I don't know, whatever the word is. But they're not, because they're not always grouped. So yeah, that's important. Now, build-wise, because we can talk about this a little bit, I want you guys to notice something, because this is important. You cannot make minions visible on spectator. No, that is a known issue they've never fixed, sadly. We'll see if they do sometime. But one of the things you're going to notice is Bari has, what? Anemian, right? What does Baron have? A lot of Fizz-D. What does this Mordred have now? A lot of Fizz-D. And this is sort of that quad Fizz problem. Now, look, that's part of the game sometimes with your draft. You're just going to have to deal with those things. But what I would say is, I really don't love that, you know, in a game where we know there's a lot of physical defense going to be built, I just don't love this Fatalis pickup from SB. I also don't think I love this skin size pickup just because the item's so bad. I think we definitely go like Titan's Bane here normally as an ADC instead of Executioner even as well. Or just something. I just feel like these pen pickups and stuff. Dominus got removed, Goat. These pen pickups, I think it got removed, no? Are just a bit weird. Like, you have to go pen, I understand. But I even would have liked a little bit more crit, maybe. I know they have the Spectrals, but, like, for the Susano, I just feel like Fatalis is such a garbage item. I'm not going to, like, kill him for the build because he's playing well, but I don't know, just something. I don't think you look at this Anhur's damage and say, wow, he has low damage, he's playing like piss or something. Not really the case. Again, in a draft like this where they're just running and gunning as a red team, your job is to stay alive. And if you look at the backliners, we are 4 deaths to 9 deaths, 6 deaths to 11 deaths. I think blue team's backliners have largely outplayed red teams this game, so you know, good looks. Obviously, Souls is getting like a ton more damage off, so that's part of why he's like inting a bit, but not really a poor play. Anyways, here, still able to do this mid Phoenix. Why? Because it's weakened by the thing. Notice Swagga on the flank right here. He has an opportunity to get something devious off. Neithel is not going to come out right there, but a lot of damage is going to happen. Swagga, really good flank pick right there. And I just think not really spotted out enough and a little bit too much initiative. And with this Susano flank, it's just going to be a disaster. 2 dead. Valve's in a lot of trouble right now. He has a Fire Giant for a couple more seconds. Might be able to peel him out right here. Looks like he'll be okay, but yeah, rough deaths right there. So, you know, how impactful those deaths are, I guess, are about to be seen. Do you look for a left Phoenix if you're red team? My like instinct would say probably yes, but they might just play for Pyro instead, thinking that we'll get the left Phoenix, and it's really close, so they might be right. And I think they actually are just going to get this this Pyromancer here, because you really can't defend this too well if you're blue. Now, you do have Sunder and stuff, so it is doable. I think red team's making a really big mistake, by the way, playing the map like this. When I say play the map like play waves like this, you just go to Pyro, and it's like you don't even second guess it, not for 1 second. I think eventually, finally, they're going to do that. Just a little bit slow by them. It's still an okay look. The problem is now is if this left Phoenix doesn't fall down, I would argue it's almost exclusively because you waited too long and it regen more. So let's see. I might be wrong, but let's see. Yeah, you can't tell me if they didn't insta-pull that they don't get that Phoenix. So that was just a really silly play, and quite frankly, just a garbage play. There's no reason to group up for a mid-wave. Like, Let's just be real here. So really bad look from them. Stewie does have to still clear that wave because it is shoved. He does end up doing it. But yeah, now obviously Fire Giant going to be under contention. Aladdin is poked a little bit. Remember, we still have Sunder on this Sobek. This isn't the easiest pull. We're really looking as Red Team here for the fight because the Sunder is really terrifying. So let's kind of see how that looks. Valve should be totally fine in the mid lane. He's actually a little bit in a bit of a 1v1, excuse me. But he's going to be fine there. Pendulum pot from the Susanoo. And look how much poke this Baron is taking. Aladdin's already poked. Red Team is kind of just getting themselves killed here. Stewie with the solo kill is going to be able to get it off. Neath Ultimate Force as well. 1-for-1 trade, but that's not the worst for Blue Team. Why? Because, again, Red side is a little bit poked out. Bariol maybe used a little bit over the top right there. Let's see, Chalk, huge ultimate on the backline. Mordred is split. Valve making a lot of space, and this Mordred is just getting blown up by all this CC and displacement. We talked about how prevalent this Sobek could be in a draft, and it absolutely was there. Valve just doing a really good job space creating, and it's going to be a great trade. A lot of poke onto this backline. And you can either make the decision, do you chase here or do you look for the objective? And I love what Blue decides to do here. Pull the Chalk forward, let him play zone. Obviously, you have to be a little bit safe on this, but I think he did a great job of that. Brick from Moods, and that's just a terrible one to miss. And this is just going to be a Fire Giant on 4. Really well played. Yeah, Bari has Nemean because Quad Fizz, but she just sold it, so we'll see if she goes something else. Going into Titan's Bane last. I think the idea was, like, okay. I guess it just didn't really work out for her. Really good look, though, and yeah, I mean, Valve was just so tanky there. 57k just dominating on the charts right now with this Chalk pick. I think Starry had a good engage. Like, I don't think he really played it poorly. It's just the, situation with, like, the zone right there. It's just hard to get through. And, I mean, look, Moods on this Aladdin. I know 33k damage, but 11 deaths. I understand you're into the Wilkes pick, but it's just inexcusable. I mean, you can't draft and build or draft around a pick that you can't, like, dominate with. It's just not worth it, right? There's no reason to build a draft around a top-tier pick if you're not going to execute it well. They dared them to pick this Aladdin mid, and, even though I feel like Killcam Kenny has had a couple of, like, mishaps and stuff, I really have not been a huge fan of it. Either way, we'll see kind of how this fight divulges. 3 Phoenixes are going to be weakened right here. And remember, when the Fire Giant buffs start to stack up, the game starts to get to a point where people are full build, maybe even looking towards 3k pots a little bit. You're in a spot where you can look for Phoenix Backdoors super easily as a jungler, even as a solo laner. Believe it or not, Valve can actually just walk over to one of these Phoenixes and just kind of hit it, and he'll literally get it just outright. It doesn't take like a whole lot of auto attacks. Nobody on red side can really 1v1 him. The idea is if you 3-2 split where you have Chalk and a Wheelix splitting mid, they have to send more than 2 to cover that because the 2v2 will just lose from red side. And then wherever more people are from blue side gets a Phoenix. You can 3-1-1, you can 4-1, do all kinds of different combos, even 2-2-1. There's a lot of different like weird things you can do when you're sieging in this instance. But the point I'm making and the reason I'm giving so many instances, opportunities, options is because you really have that many. That's the big thing, right? You have like 7 different sieging choices you can do. They're all good, but the premise around all of them is to just play it slow. You have so much fire time right here, 120 seconds. You can get 10% of the Phoenix's health, which is like 2 auto attacks every 20 seconds, and you'll get it damn near, right? More than that, you'll get 20% every hit. So just play this patiently. That's all you have to do as blue. Spirited Book gets poked out a little bit, no problem. He doesn't have a Chalice, I don't love that, but Fire Giant Sustain should help him. I really want to see Stewie just go to right Phoenix, path around, get the right Phoenix, play this slow. Let your, like, splitters get the job, right? Done. A little bit of poke on Moods. It is working out a little bit for Valve, but SB is, again, just getting hit so frequently and so often it's unneeded. Stewie's looking for a mid-force, and this is not the force you want to look for. Again, we want to play on the objective, not on the fight. And now with that pick, SB being so low, I think we're just having them lose their nerves a little bit here. Decent ult from Valve, but it's going to be largely immune right there. Shell is going to be used. Bariol is going to be good here for the saves. Blue team is just on the full retreat here. And, good combo from the Neath. Susanoo is on the flank. He is going to get spotted out. Really good autos right there from the Neath, but not enough damage to not die before she gets the kill. A lot of damage from Hydra right there, and Valve on the flank. SB getting a lot off, just barely not enough to get a bunch of trades here. Should still be a scrappy fight with some kills, but that is a great, great defense from Red. And again, I mean, just a huge phone-in from Blue. In a spot where you have fire on 5, 3 Phoenixes weakened, you should always, always be winning that fight extremely hard. And it just was too much poke on SB. I think the entirety of Blue Team got antsy. Stewie felt like he had to make a play. this is game one. Stewie felt like he had to make a play, get something going, and unfortunately, like, he just looks for the wrong direction. Again, we want to stretch with our draft when we have these many tools. Send somebody to right. You can just back to right. Wheelix will auto it down in 6 autos. Just play it slow, create that separation, create that space. If you feel like as a jungler that's a little bit too scary, send Valve over. Valve has shown that he wins every single 2v2. Take the 3-on-2. Either way, you're good. But I just hated the way that was approached. When you have fire for that long, you do not need to like rush and do all these things. Again, I really want to see SB get at least a chalice for these sieges. I mean, I think it's largely like important for him to be healing, but I mean, again, you also just can't be getting hit by blind Aladdin ones like that. Like, those are very predictable. So, just a couple of poor things, you know? I mean, with these comps, I'm kind of torn, Calypso, because I like the draft from Blue Team more. I don't love quad physical, but I like the draft more besides that. So yeah, that's where I'm torn, honestly. I think both drafts are like okay though. Not great, but they're both okay. I think blue draft is far and beyond better except for the quad fizz. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Pluck here is doable, but not going to happen. That's fine. Pyromancer lost. This left Phoenix will be okay. Just have to make sure you clear out the waves over there, and I think that's exactly what Kill Cam Kenny maybe is going to do. I'm not too sure. And it's just another like dance around. So, you know, we've been here before, folks. Don't expect anything too different for a little bit. I really think, again, like a lot of what you're seeing with this impasse is because we don't have Sunders on red. Not that you need Sunders, but I also think they're not loving their Fire Giant pull. Remember in Smite 2 specifically, when you're in these kind of stuck games, the more 3k pots backliners build, you're expecting backliners to be at their second, if not third 3k pot by now. They'll be okay. You know, like keep that in mind. They will be okay. If this game needs to stall out and they literally just need to farm for more 3ks because of the map state, that'll happen, like genuinely. So don't think this is just at an impasse completely. It may feel stuck, but if you do keep that, you know, farming idea in mind, which is really hard to do sometimes this late in a game, you do kind of get to that point at some, you know, degree. It might take a while, but you do get there. Now this lane fight, I don't think you look for. I think if you're going to look for a fight that's not around fire, it's a gold pull where we let Stewie backdoor right, and we literally just fake it. So I would love to see blue team just run left and let Stewie backdoor. Again, when you start to get 3k pots, just imagine it's like a Fire Giant built-in. Huge combo underneath right there from Moods. Again, I really hate these lane fights. Just go to gold, bait them over, pull the 5 over, and backdoor right Phoenix. Again, I know I keep talking about backdoors, but that's what Wheelix does late game. She's not this, you know, super team fight Hunbats-esque character. The flanks, I know, you want to look for the flanks, you want to be helpful, but let's create an imbalance on the map because these stuck firefights are not being beneficial. That's kind of the thing. So they're going to pull fire because they have a Sunder and they're going to bait the fight. Valve is a little bit up and he's kind of getting shredded at this point just because it's, you know, late game chalk. But he will be okay. Pretty good damage back. Susano is going to be forced. This fight isn't completely hopeless for either team yet. Notice Moods is on the flank. Spirited Book in a lot of trouble here. Has to be careful. Does jump out of the dash. Great impale from SB. Doesn't manage to get the beads off in time for the Aladdin. He is going to get soloed right there. 2 down, 3 down, and no kills back from blue side onto red. And it looks like this might just be the game. Again, whoever pulls the fire in this lobby just seems to be the one losing. And if that's the case, you just have to split the map, and that never ended up happening. Really well played. I think this is almost certainly just the game. Too many timers right here. Stewie can't do this alone. And yeah, this should be a 50-minute game damn near. And that will be a loss. Spirited Book, if he gets the beads off, is able to trade out Aladdin for himself. And, you know, maybe you're looking at a different game here because it's only 4. But I'm not sure even if that's the case. And yes, Stewie will fall. Will be a loss. Valve Masterclass unfortunately wasted. Man, rough. Rough stuff. You know, that was just game 1, so we'll continue on. But yeah, I mean, I think big picture, like this Aladdin where I was saying it really wasn't great, wasn't having a lot of value. I think a really big fall off point was, or not fall off point, but a big rising point for him is when you look at Aladdin value, you tend to say, okay, he's struggling to get his ults off, right? He's struggling to get his engages off with the jumps. A lot of Moods' damage, I would say literally like 25k of it, was probably just like blind ones in the lane on people who could see it and just got